Alright, so here we're showing you the wiring on this John Deere 56 I have. This video was requested by a YouTuber on the wiring because he had some wiring problems with his John Deere 56, or not 56, John Deere S82 my bad. And he said it won't turn over. And so he's wanting the wiring on it. So I'm just going to show you a brief description on the wiring. We'll start with this wire going right up to here from the ignition. This wire going right up to there is the seat kill switch. And I don't really like these. I'm not a fan of them. So I usually just cut the wires and then take the wires and splice them together. And then that takes care of that. That takes care of the whole seat switch. So you can get off your mower and start it and get off where the deck is turned on. But you may want to keep it on there if that's what you want. Alright, so that's the seat switch. There's this yellow wire right here. These two yellow wires. There's your positive wire and your negative wire, obviously. This positive wire runs down along over to the solenoid, which is back here. Sorry about the shaky. Solenoid's back there. The solenoid is what, when you hit your key to turn it over, it sends power to the starter, basically. When you turn your key, it sends power to the solenoid. The solenoid does a little thing in there that comes up and touches the two connections, and then that completes the circuit and sends power to the starter and turns it over. So, and one thing I would check is if your lawnmower is not turning over with the key, what I would first do, I would probably get some jumper cables and another battery, hook it up to the battery, hook it just ground it out anywhere on the frame or on the block, anywhere, and then touch it on the starter bolt. And if that turns it over, then your starter's still good. And if it still doesn't turn over by key, you could test your solenoid. And a way to test your solenoid is you take, I can't really show you. Let's go get a solenoid, and I'll show you how to test that.
So join me, Zap, at Roach Golf Cars in Cambridge this Saturday with Easy Go and Bad Boy Buggies. Get your directions at RoachGolfCars.com.
I think I have a solenoid over here.
And KQ Digital, HD1, Golden Valley, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
I don't see it though.
Welcome to the Twins Territory Update. After constant hints from Mom and Dad, the Twins have moved out of the basement of the AL Central, thanks in large part to taking 3-4 in Boston. Highlights included Joe Mauer's game-winning 3-run.
Alright, I know where there is a solenoid though. Let's go get that one.
All revered with an amazing over-the-shoulder catch. It's off to Cleveland.
There's one over here on my Dynamark. Sorry it's so dark in here. My barn, only like 3/4 of the lights work, so it's really dark. Here's a solenoid. It's a brand new one. This solenoid here, let's go inside so you can see, is it's a solenoid off of it's a Ford solenoid basically. I bought it from Fleet Farm. They're way cheaper than the Briggs & Stratton solenoid or whatever lawnmower solenoid you get. So if your solenoid goes bad, don't buy the lawnmower one. The lawnmower one's like $15. These are like $6 or $7, and they're a lot better. They last twice as long. Alright, so the solenoid basically, one is positive wire going from the battery to here, and then this side the positive wire going to the starter. And to test your solenoid, you take a wire, a piece of wire, and you take it and you touch it on there, and you touch it on here. With you peel off the little rubber coating, and you touch it on there with the battery hooks up, and if that turns it over, that means your solenoid's bad because you're jumping the solenoid. Alright? So that tells you if your solenoid's bad or not. So I would test that. If it turns over, I jump in the starter, but not by turning the key, I would test that solenoid. And that other wire on there, the 2 top posts are the battery and going to the starter. And there should be another, let's see, where is it? It's kind of hard to see. There's a wire right in there. But that's your, it's a ground wire, basically. That's what I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's a ground wire. And for your solenoid to work, it's got to be grounded to metal. For most of the solenoids I know, it's got to be grounded to some metal. Like the plate that bolts it down, that's got to be touching metal for it to work too. Alright, and right here, there's this wire running on the block, and it runs down, and I believe it goes underneath the, let's see, where does it go? Alright, so this is just a ground wire, because it grounds out on the motor. The wire coming from underneath your starter is your stator. If you have electric start, your engine most likely has a stator, which charges the battery. And here's a little, the hookups for it. I believe that's like a fuse or just a regular hookup, I'm not sure. But that's the hookup for your stator, so it charges your battery. There's this wire running right up here. It comes down and it goes underneath the flywheel. Or not underneath, it might go underneath the flywheel, but it looks like it goes to the magneto. And this is your kill switch. It runs up under there, and then it runs up and it runs all the way to that switch right there, because I think they added that switch because it's that where those blue things are. There's a push button switch, so that's the kill button, I'm sure. And it runs from there. It runs from underneath the stator, runs all the way up to the switch, and then runs back, and it grounds right there. So when you push it in, it makes a connection, and it grounds it to the frame and cuts the spark and shuts your engine off. So that's how you shut your engine off. If you're this ignition must be worn out or bad, or maybe the John Deere just put that on there. I don't know. So yeah, basically that's basically just wiring. The other, like I said, is your battery, or not your battery, your seat kill switch. These are your, this black one looks like a ground, grounds out onto the solenoid. There's a fuse right here, which touches the top of the solenoid. And that's so if something goes wrong, it blows the fuse and it doesn't light your lawnmower on fire or anything. These look just like positive wires. And then here's the seat kill switch wire, which it actually pulled out. And I don't think it's supposed to do that. I'm just gonna shove it back in there. And the seat kill switch also runs down, and I'm sure that attaches to the damn it, it keeps pulling out. The other wire goes down and attaches probably to the kill switch over here, or somewhere where it cuts the spark out, so when you get up it starts to shut off until you sit back down. So yeah, that is basically the wiring system on your on this John Deere S82 riding lawnmower. I'd like to say thanks again for the YouTuber that requested this video. I hope this video helps you all out a lot. And if you guys have any more video requests, let me know. Comment below or even send me a message. Whatever works for you. I check all my messages, all my comments. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Comment, rate, subscribe, talk to you guys later.